Ewan, congratulations on this. You did a spectacular directing job, everything on this. And
Thank you.
obviously a passion project beyond belief, but
Yes.
what was it about the material that just spoke to you?
It's a story about a father and his daughter, and I've got 4 girls, and so I just was heartbroken by this somewhat tragic story about a daddy and his little girl. And that's what drew me in at first. Totally simply, that would be it. And then, of course, it's based on this extraordinary novel by Phillip Roth, and where he explores American politics and history and family and so many different themes, and he explores them by giving us so many different sides of arguments, and it's an incredibly rich tapestry of a novel. And I was lucky to be able to try and do my version of that amazing book. So
yeah. Well, you did do an amazing job, and I have
you.
to tell you, I mean, being a parent, I'm a parent too. I have 2 grown boys, 20 and 24, and when you watch this, you think about it, and it's not just a daughter rejecting her family. It's a lot worse than that. And all you can think of is, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Where could I have gone?
Yeah.
You know, do you ever go there?
Well, I mean, I haven't. Luckily, I haven't had to go there in my own life. But with the Swede, certainly he racks himself to try and find the reason why he was to blame. I think the Swede is the kind of man who feels responsible for everybody, and if he feels like if he can just hold everything together, everyone will be fine. And he has this. He's wrong, but he has this. Feels like he's responsible for everybody's well-being in a way. And really, the truth is that you have to. The book very much explores this idea of we get people wrong. The idea that we meet people and we immediately make an idea in our brain about who they are. We pigeonhole people. And the Swede, and we're often wrong. People are who they are. And in the case of our children, I think the Swede and Don do a pretty good job of raising this girl. And he writes about them in a sort of fairly contemporary parenting way. The Swede's a good dad. I mean, some of the passages in the novel describe how when she starts to sort of go off the rails and is going into New York City and not coming home at night, and he doesn't know where she's staying, he doesn't let her go into New York. He keeps her home, but he keeps talking to her and talking to her and talking to her. Quite a good dad, like a progressive father. And yet they lose her to politics, to radicalism, and ultimately to terrorism. And that's just because that's who she is. I think Roth gives us lots of ideas to explore and feel it. And my own interpretation of it is, at the end of the day, she does what she does because that's what she does. It's not the Swede's fault. It's not Don's fault. It's not because he's a Jewish man who marries out of his faith, or he turns his back on his religion or his social class. It's just because that's what happens in this case.
It's so much to explore. It's such a wonderful book.
It's an amazing book, yes,
God.
of course.
Okay, so ever since I've seen you in Moulin Rouge, I always say, every time I have a chance to talk to you, it's like, when are you going to sing on screen again? Because you have the most phenomenal voice.
Well, thank you.
And now, of course, we're going to be able to soon see you in the live action Beauty and the Beast. You are Lumiere. I mean, seriously, playing a candlestick, is that kind of a hard thing?
Candelabra.
I'm sorry, candelabra. Candelabra,
Thank you.
of course, I know that. I've seen
How
the...
dare you.
But I'm so sorry, Ewan. I knew that. I got excited because you are absolutely going to sing in this film.
I am.
Tell me about
I've got
that.
Be Our Guest, the big Be Our Guest number. It was fantastic. Bill Condon directed the movie. And it was an amazing, it was an odd experience because partly we are animated, but realistic animation. We're not cartoons. So part of the job was a voice job, was voicing the characters. And partly we're live action people, real people at the end. And so it was fun. It was a really fun job to do with some great actors. Stanley Tucci, who I love and adore and have worked with many times, and Sir Ian McKellen, Emma Thompson. We had some lovely actors in the film alongside me, so it was great fun.
Well, excited to see that and Trainspotting too, of course. But
Yes.
congratulations on this.
Thank
My
you
God,
very
you've done
much.
such a wonderful job. I hope we'll see you behind the camera again.
Good, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope so too.